What is up, guys? It's the Vaping Bartender here. Hope you guys are having an awesome Thursday. I'm hanging out here at Mirror's Nightlife, and it's been kind of slow, so I figured I'd go ahead and get my rant out of the way. Now, if any of you have ever been to a McDonald's, you know that it can either be a really quick service or a really slow service. Today was one of those really slow service kind of days. So I stopped by McDonald's, like I do most mornings whenever I come here to work at 10 a.m. And I normally get there around 9:40, 9:45. Breakfast rush is pretty much over. And you know, they really shouldn't be that slow. Because, hey, there's nobody else in the drive-thru, right? I think there were like 3 cars when I got there. That's what you'd think, but you'd be wrong. So I did what I do on most days. You know, whenever I go there and they're running a special, I'll get the 2 for $3 or $4, whatever it happens to be. I think today was sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins, right? And normally I'll get, hash browns with it, because they do 2 for, I think, $1.19 here. I don't know what it is there. So I pull up, after I've made my order, got my 2 sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins, and a couple of hash browns, and I pull around to the first window to pay for my order, and then I get to the second window. Up until now, everything was fine. It took like 30 seconds for me to place my order, for me to get to the first window, and for me to drive to the second window. And then this lady gonna ask me what my order is. I'm like, there's only 3 cars here. You've served the first 2, but you know what? It's fine. So I told her that I had a sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins, or these, the 2 sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins. And she turns around, grabs a bag, hands me my bag. And then I realize there's no hash browns in there. So I sit there for a minute, and she gives me this weird look, like, what the hell are you still doing here? And I'm sitting here thinking, hell no. No, that is not how you treat your customers. But I figured, you know what? It's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. So I knock on the window. She finally comes over, and I tell her, hey, this is supposed to have hash browns in it. Now, mind you, they got a big old digital screen in front of them that has the orders, like, marked off with big borders, like first order, second order, third order, fourth order. It's not like it's rocket science. But she looks up at the screen, looks at me like I'm some kind of stupid, says, well, sir, can I see your receipt, please? And I'm like, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Not a problem. She grabs the receipt, looks at it in a minute, looks back at me, looks at the screen, looks at me, and then guess what? Then she goes actually back there, grabs my hash browns, and puts them in the bag. You know what? Whole thing took, 15 freaking minutes. Pulled in at like 9:45, didn't leave till 9:58, so 13 minutes. So here's the important part. Normally, I don't deal in petty politics. Minimum wage is irrelevant to me. If you're worth more, go find a job that pays you what you're worth. That's fine. I don't get into petty politics, mostly because I don't feel like dealing with the headache and the hassle and the arguments. Today, we're getting into petty politics. These are the same people that want $15 an hour to not stuff food in a bag. This woman literally had to look at a screen, call out the order, and they handed her the bag. Whenever I had to get my hash browns put in, she handed it to somebody who put it in the bag. They handed it back to her. It got to me. It's really not rocket science. But these people want $15 an hour. That's more than I make working 60 hours a week. No. At no point, and I mean no point, do you deserve $15 an hour. I used to work for the post office. I made $15.32 an hour there, but I had to keep up with, 1,000 letters that went in 1,000 different post office boxes, and I had to sit here and deal with, during Christmas time, a few hundred packages. I had to run, roughly 1,500 things of mail out in about 6 to 8 hours. But these people want $15 an hour to flip burgers, hand the burgers to someone who puts the food in the bag, and hand that food in a bag to someone who gets the bag and hands the customer the bag. You don't deserve $15 an hour. At no point do you deserve $15 an hour. I don't know what these people are thinking. And I get it. Everybody has an off day. Everybody has a day where things just ain't going right. But this is literally every time I go to McDonald's. The other day, McDonald's was out of sweet tea. How can you be at McDonald's and be out of some friggin' sweet tea? You normally have 25-gallon buckets back there. And again, these are the same people that want $15 an hour. All right, mini rant over. I hope you guys have a great Thursday, and I will talk to you guys later.